Why did CCTV footage of a simulated dogfight specifically depict 8 J-16 fighters engaging 6 Rafales? Behind the seemingly simple numerical comparison lies profound strategic consideration regarding modern airpower deployment, tactical formation logic, and regional strategic equilibrium. A closer examination of this training scenario reveals the Chinese Air Force's rigorous approach and long-term planning in combat realistic exercises. Crucially, the 6 Rafales in the simulated engagement were not arbitrarily chosen. They mirror the typical combat formation of a potential adversary, the Indian Air Force. Rooted in Soviet traditions, the Indian Air Force's operational framework centers on 4 aircraft formations as its basic tactical unit. Given India's limited current fleet of Rafale fighters, deploying a full squadron as the core formation, supplemented by 2 reserve or reinforcement aircraft to form a 6-aircraft formation for missions in critical sectors or high-priority tasks, aligns logically with their operational doctrine. This configuration demonstrates the targeted nature of the simulated training, designed to rehearse countering the adversary's most probable and threatening force projection methods. So why deploy 8 J-16s? This directly reflects the core tactical principle of modern air combat, pursuing numerical superiority and synergistic effectiveness. While beyond visual range, BVR, air combat has altered engagement patterns to some extent, the foundational principles of formation tactics remain unshaken. The People's Air Force has long transcended the era of lone wolf operations. Its tactical foundation rests on 2 aircraft formations, with 2 such formations constituting the fundamental 4-aircraft tactical unit, the renowned 4-finger formation. Deploying 2 such 4-aircraft units to form an 8-aircraft formation strategically signifies possessing dual firepower strike groups, enhanced situational awareness coverage, greater tactical flexibility, and mutual support redundancy. The numerical advantage of 8 versus 6 is not merely about outnumbering the enemy. It involves systematic formation designed to ensure localized dominance across all aspects: early warning, command, attack, and defense, thereby firmly seizing battlefield initiative. This force configuration reflects modern air combat doctrine, achieving tactical objectives with minimal expenditure through sophisticated force application supported by integrated systems. A natural question arises, given that Pakistan Air Force's J-10C demonstrated combat capability against the Rafale in real-world scenarios, why did this simulation opt for the heavier J-16 fighter, instead of the equally capable J-10C, which excelled in our military's Golden Helmet competition? This choice precisely underscores the forward-looking and comprehensive nature of this training exercise. First, in potential future high-intensity conflicts, engagements with the adversary's most advanced fighters will occur across all fronts and diverse mission scenarios. As China's new generation heavy multi-role fighter, the J-16 is not limited to a single function. It possesses formidable beyond visual range air combat capabilities, leveraging its large active phased array radar and extended range air-to-air missiles to gain the initiative. Simultaneously, its heavy platform provides substantial payload capacity, extended range, and superior sustained combat capability, making it a backbone force for precision strikes against ground and maritime targets. Imagine a scenario where a J-16 formation is tasked with deep penetration missions and encounters interception by enemy Rafale fighters. In such cases, air combat could escalate from beyond visual range engagements all the way to close-range dogfights. Despite its larger size, the J-16 boasts advanced aerodynamic design and ample engine thrust, yielding formidable maneuverability. Simulating its engagement with the highly agile Rafale at medium to close ranges serves precisely to hone the heavy fighter's survivability and victory capabilities in complex air combat environments, validating its tactics and strategies under unfavorable engagement distances. Second, this simulation carries significant strategic warning and capability validation implications. The J-16 versus Rafale confrontation essentially represents a clash between critical nodes of both nations' air combat systems. The Rafale represents the current technological pinnacle of the Indian Air Force, integrating advanced Western avionics, weapon systems, and partial stealth design concepts. Conducting high-intensity exercises with one of our military's most capable multi-role heavy fighters, possessing the greatest platform potential, provides the most effective means to test our tactics, combat methods, personnel training standards, and command system efficacy. This process exposes potential issues and pushes equipment to its limits. Simultaneously, this clearly demonstrates to the outside world that the Chinese Air Force maintains high vigilance against any potential threats and possesses the capability and contingency plans to employ its mainstay operational equipment to address challenges under predefined battlefield conditions. Such open, high-level simulated training itself serves as a display of strategic communication and deterrence posture. Looking deeper, the scenario of 8 J-16 fighters engaging 6 Rafales also simulates battlefield system support. Modern air combat is no longer a simple duel between platforms but a systemic confrontation heavily reliant on early warning command, electronic countermeasures, intelligence support, and logistical backing. While the CCTV report only highlighted the numerical disparity of aircraft, the underlying training scenario undoubtedly incorporated complex systemic combat elements. The J-16 formation may have been conducting coordinated interception and elimination of the incoming Rafale squadron under the support of our early warning systems. Alternatively, it could have been practicing how to penetrate jamming, effectively acquire targets, and execute attacks within an electromagnetic warfare environment. This systemic approach to training elevates a simple numerical comparison into a multidimensional, dynamic tactical challenge. It tests not only individual pilot skill, but the entire combat system's responsiveness, coordination precision, and resilience under pressure, from ground command centers to airborne early warning aircraft, from electronic warfare platforms to the logistical support chain. In this context, the 8J-16s represent a system-enhanced strike force, whose combat capability far exceeds the simple sum of its individual aircraft. Delving into tactical dimensions, we can envision a possible engagement scenario. The 8J-16s would not advance in a tight formation, but rather execute tactical specialization. For instance, a 4-aircraft formation could serve as the main assault group, advancing to engage the enemy. Leveraging their powerful radars and long-range missiles, they would initiate attacks at beyond visual range distances. Simultaneously, another 4-aircraft formation would act as a cover or support group, positioned on the flanks or slightly behind. Their responsibilities would include area surveillance, electronic suppression, preparing for a second wave of strikes, or countering potential threats emerging from other directions. Against 6 Rafales, this deployment creates multidirectional pressure, forcing the adversary to divide its attention and making it difficult to concentrate forces against the primary threat. While the Rafale formation boasts outstanding individual performance, it faces significant challenges in command coordination, situational awareness, and firepower allocation when outnumbered and lacking system advantages. This simulation precisely trains how to translate technological and equipment superiority into concrete tactical advantage. Furthermore, the selection of the J-16 over the J-10C may also reflect considerations of mission complexity. In specific terrains like high-altitude border regions, the advantages of heavy fighters, longer range and greater weapon carrying capacity, become more pronounced. The J-16 can carry more fuel and armaments, enabling it to remain in the theater longer and execute more complex mission combinations. Simulating J-16 versus Rafale also validates the core value of heavy multi-role fighters in vast battlefield spaces and high-intensity combat environments. This does not negate the J-10C's capabilities, but reflects the PLA's mature approach of flexibly deploying different equipment based on varying operational scenarios. A powerful air force must possess a complementary, tiered equipment system capable of flexibly deploying appropriate assets according to mission requirements. Finally, this public simulation carries significant psychological and political implications. By showcasing highly targeted training footage through an authoritative platform like CCTV, it transmits multidimensional signals. Domestically, it bolsters national confidence while demonstrating the military's resolve and capability for combat readiness to potential adversaries. It serves as a clear capability declaration and strategic warning, indicating that the Chinese military has thoroughly studied their advanced equipment and tactical developments and stands fully prepared. To the international community, it demonstrates the professionalism and transparency of the Chinese military. This approach of deterrence through training represents a sophisticated and effective tactic in modern great power military competition.